What is up, YouTube? Thrift School over here. We're gonna go over some sales that I've had on eBay and Amazon. I got my phone out right here. I'm gonna be popping them up right here, telling you guys a little bit of story, how I got the item, you know, how much I paid for it, and how you guys can potentially find items like this to sell on eBay or Amazon, wherever you sell or wherever you prefer to sell. I like to sell on both platforms. I used to sell on Mercari. I tried Poshmark a little bit and local sales. It's great to diversify. It's great to, you know, not really put all your eggs in one basket. That's the saying, I guess. So let's just jump right into it. We're going to start with a big one here. And this huge one, you guys can see right here, is called Guidance and Control of Ocean Vehicles. It is a book from 1994. Sold it for $350. And this sale just came in today. So great start of the day, right? It's kind of the afternoon right now, but still great sale. I bought this book on Amazon and sold it on Amazon, but there's a kind of bad story to this. So I knew somebody else who sells online. They found this book at Goodwill for a couple bucks and was able to flip it on Amazon for $400 within a week, right? It hit the warehouse and sold within a week. I thought, okay, this is awesome. I went to the Amazon listing after they had sold theirs, and somebody was undercutting everybody and selling it for about $125. And I figured, hey, I'm just gonna buy it and flip it for $400. So I bought it, they shipped it to me, and I listed it on Amazon, and it sat. It has sat for over a year, and I've fluctuated the price. I'm down at $350 right now, but I was the lowest price by about $50 to $75. And it finally sold $350, but I had to wait over a year for the sale. So maybe that other person just got lucky, but hey, I'm still happy with the sale. All right, the next couple of sales are kind of all the same. So I bought these at a buyout from this lady. I posted a video of it. I bought a whole bunch of vinyl records. I bought a $100 CD that I'm trying to sell for between $300 and $400, and I bought some video games and some toys, right? One of the records sold, it was Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits. You guys can see it right here. It sold for $34.95. This is just one of them. Now, I did have multiple comments saying I paid too much, not a good deal. They couldn't believe I paid $320, I think is what I paid in total for everything. They couldn't believe I paid $320 for somebody's leftover tag sale junk, is I'm pretty sure what one of the comments said. So this sold for $34.95. I bought all the records for $100, and all the ones that aren't really worth it I've been trying to sell in bulk. I have somebody that was interested at $50 for 116. Those are the ones that are left, and no bites. So I might bring it to a local shop around me that specializes in records, and even if they give me a quarter a piece for them, I'll be happy. I sold this one, the Best of Arlo Guthrie, for $18.95. I sold this one, the Golden Hits of Leslie Gore, for $19.99. I sold this Linda Ronstadt Greatest Hits vinyl, Ronstadt? I don't know, I've never listened to her music before, for $19.95. So you guys can see the money is starting to pile up on these records, and this is only a few sales, right? I think we have a few more. Let me check the phone. I sold this Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits for $21.95. Okay, and I believe that's it. I think that's all I've sold for the records so far, but you guys can see they are selling extremely well and not fast, because I sent in a whole bunch of them, but they're still selling extremely well, and you can sell records anywhere, right? I mean, if you want to sell them on eBay, sell them on eBay. If you want to sell them on Etsy, you could sell them on Etsy. I know a bunch of people that sell them on Etsy, and I believe you actually get a little bit more on Etsy. But I just personally decided to give Amazon a shot with them, and they are selling, albeit there's going to be a bunch that probably never sell, and those I'll have to get shipped back to me. But still, I'm happy with the sales so far. Speaking of that same sale that I bought all that stuff from that lady, I picked up one video game, I believe, maybe two, but one of them was the Simpsons game, and she actually threw it in for me, but still, the grand total was $320, so it costed me something. And this sold for $29.98, and it sold within maybe a couple hours of it checking into Amazon Amazon's warehouse. So definitely a great game to look for. My copy wasn't complete, I don't think. I think it might have been missing the manual. So it's still sold, and I'm still very happy about that. And we're gonna throw one more Amazon sale in here. Just moving on to eBay next, and this is another piece of media. This is a CD. It's called Christmas Cheer by the Boxmasters, and this sold for $44.95. Pretty crazy. I think the lead singer is Billy Bob Thornton. That's who it looked like on the CD. It looked weird to me. I paid $1 or $2 for it, or even less if it came in a huge lot. I can't remember right now, but still for $44.95. An insane CD sale, and you guys are seeing I sell media for really good prices all the time. We have more in here, but it would just, this video would be forever. You know what? Let's do a couple more, and then we'll go over to eBay. Here's another CD. This came from a huge buyout. This one sold for $18.95. I have maybe 20 cents into it. And the more I think about it, I think that Boxmasters one I just showed you guys, I think that came from the same buyout. A lot of my CDs came from 2 big buyouts that I did where I averaged, I mean, probably less than 20 cents each, but there were a lot that weren't worth it for me to ship in. So, you know, those ones I just had to sell in bulk on eBay in lots of 100. But the ones that were worth it to ship in, I mean, I could not have paid very much on them. I bought thousands and thousands of CDs for a few $100s, so definitely a great find. And we'll end on a low note for Amazon. This CD right here only sold for $6.99, which means I profited about $1.50. I sell so many CDs in that $6 to $9 range where you're profiting between $1 and $3, really. I sell so many like that. I do get a lot of comments saying, is it worth your time? It doesn't seem like it's worth your time. Well, when I'm shipping things off to Amazon, I'm able to just scan the barcode, send it to my shipment, right? All I have to do is scan the barcode, stick a label on the back, and put it in a box. If I'm able to do that with 100 items and they're all $1 items, that's $100. If they're all $2 items, that's $200, right? So it really adds up, and these little sales build up over time. So if, you know, if you're only shipping one box of 30 of them in, it's $30. It might not be worth your time, but now think about how long and how maybe you do this for 2 years straight, right? Only shipping in $1 to $3 CDs. Well, after 2 years, you're gonna have thousands of them into Amazon, and yeah, maybe you'll only get $1 to $3 sales, but you might be getting 100 sales a day. So now you're making $100 to $200, $300 a day just on CDs, and you could be selling other things on top of it. So I definitely think it's worth the time, especially for Amazon. For eBay, where you have to deal with the customers, package it up yourself, print out a label for each individual order, it might not be worth your time. Now let's move on over to eBay. Okay, we're gonna start with a sale I just got yesterday or the day before. This is a book that I couldn't find any information on at all. It's called Picasso Dali, the Dali Museum, St. Petersburg Art, right? I couldn't find anything on it. Sold for $49.95. I just picked a random price out of the air. I looked at a whole bunch of Picasso books on eBay, which ones sell, which ones don't. It looked like the going rate was between $20 and $30 for higher end books. So I figured $50, throw a best offer on there. If somebody offers me, you know, a decent offer, I'll probably take it, 'cause I don't know if anybody's even gonna buy this book. Wasn't on Amazon. I tried Googling it, couldn't find it anywhere, and it sold overnight the day I listed it for full price, $50, global shipping program overseas. Maybe it's a $300 book, maybe it's a $1,000 book, and they got a great deal. I have no idea. I cannot find any information on this book, so maybe if you guys know any information about this book, let me know down below. I highly doubt it though, but hey, it's worth a shot. Another item that I sold that sold within minutes of me listing it is this calculator right here. It's a TI-84 Plus Silver Edition, and it said school property on the bottom. I see a bunch of people selling those online. It had a clear battery case on it. It was kind of cool looking. I listed it for $62.95, which was a few bucks higher than the lowest priced person, and mine sold right away. So I don't know, maybe mine was in a little bit better condition. I did clean it up. There were a lot of pencil marks on there and everything, and I scrubbed it all down, made sure it looked as clean as possible for the photos. No dead pixels, nothing like that. I picked this calculator up at a tag sale, yard sale, garage sale, whatever you want to call it. We call them tag sales in Connecticut. Oh man, I almost choked to death. I breathed in too fast. Whoa, lightheaded. That was crazy. Okay, picked this up for like $1 or $2, maybe $3. I can't really remember, at a tag sale just last weekend, and I tested it, cleaned it, listed it, sold within minutes. Totally great sale right there, $63, and it shipped first class mail. All right, here's an interesting one. It only sold for $12.95. It's a DVD called Shadas, and didn't really have a great sell-through when I listed it. I listed it about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and I never knew if it would sell, when it would sell. Well, one of the main actors just recently passed away, and so a bunch of his stuff started selling, going up in value, and this sold, I think, the day he died. $12.95, not a big sale, but maybe if I had known that I even had this listed and that he was the same actor that passed away, I could have jacked the price up to $25, $30, and it might have still sold. I'm not even sure what the going rate for this DVD is anymore, but I'm still happy with my 13 bucks. I will take it. I paid less than a quarter for it, as I do with most of my media. Here's something really interesting. So I buy video games from this website called limitedrungames.com, and I actually have a few on my shelf because I collect some of them. Some of them I'll resell if the value goes way up. A couple games do that. They shoot up in value because more people want them than the print number. Well, a lot of times Limited Run Games will ship you your game, and then they'll ship a couple little playing cards. And I don't need the playing cards. They're kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't need them. So I couldn't find anybody really selling them on eBay, so I threw mine up for $20. It's a Boba Fett and just a blank card, and I just threw them up on eBay, and they sold for $19.95, and they were just a throw-in with the two games. I bought one to keep for myself, and I bought one to hold on to in case the value goes up, then I'll sell it. If the value never goes up, then I'll just recoup my costs on it, or even lose a few bucks. It's really no big deal, but I like to buy these games for myself, and they throw in these little freebies, and you know, it helps knock off some money on the game. So definitely an interesting sale right there, and of course, they're tiny, they're cards. You could ship them in an envelope and sell them for the price of, ship them for the price of a stamp if you really want to. Here's something that I sold that's kind of interesting. It's a lot of 3 broken Xbox 360 controllers. I couldn't get any of them to turn on. One of them had a broken spring in the battery pack, and there was just, I didn't want to mess with them. So I threw them up for, I think it was $30. Somebody offered me $21 in a best offer, or in a message. And I said, yeah, I'll take it, whatever. If maybe they need the analog stick, the buttons, they want to tear them apart and replace good working controllers, or they know how to fix them. I don't know. But there they go. They got 3 controllers for $21. I actually, because they're broken, I didn't really worry about them getting more broken, I guess, in shipping, since I sold them for parts or repair. And I just stuck each one of them in a small bubble mailer, folded them up, and then shoved them all into a flat rate envelope, and they fit. And that's the way I shipped it. They got delivered, good feedback. There we go, I'm happy. Going back to some media, I sold this DVD for $22.08. It's called Gypsy 83, and this DVD was disc only, right guys? So it's only the disc, no case, no artwork, no nothing. Sold it for $22.08. Somebody still bought it, so don't worry if you, maybe I went to a tag sale and they had a binder filled with disc only movies, and I figured, hey, why not? I'll type them all into eBay one day and just see if any of them are worth it, and there were actually a bunch that were worth it. Not really that many at this price point. Most of them were between that $6 to $10 range, but still, you could put those in a tiny little cardboard sleeve and ship them via the price of a non-machinable stamp, which is only 70 cents to ship. So this one I didn't do it with because, you know, it's a more valuable CD, so I put it in a little jewel case, stuck my shipping label on it. Cost me $2.75 to ship. Not bad at all. Let's do one more eBay sale and then we'll call it quits. Here we go. This is pretty cool. I don't really sell clothing too much, and I know I say that a lot, but I do have a few pieces still listed in my store, and I will pick certain things up if they're definitely worth it. I sold this Pendleton. It's a double XL, 100% wool. Sold it for $28.95, and guys, the kicker, it had holes, moth holes, right on the front of the shirt, in the sleeves. I took pictures of it. I showed it. I got positive feedback. It got delivered. If you show the holes and you show the wear, Pendleton still sells. I think most of my Pendleton shirts that are 100% wool wool have had holes or tears in them, and every single one has sold. It is a great brand. A lot of people wear them when they're out hiking, out camping. They don't mind if there's a few holes. Maybe they want to sew it up or patch it up, and a lot of people love Pendleton, especially the 100% wool. So don't worry if you're at a thrift store. I got this at the thrift store. I think I paid $6 for it, and I sold it for $29. So not bad. It ended up having to go in a flat rate envelope, so I didn't make a lot of money on it, but I still made good money. Oh, no, this was half off. This was half off because of the holes. Nobody bought it. So I actually only spent $3 on it. Cost me about $6 to ship, so I'm in the whole $9. $20 profit. Of course, that's before fees, so let's just say a little over $15 profit. Not bad at all for something that only took me a few minutes to list. I pointed out the holes, and it sold in less than a week after me listing it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School signing out. See ya.